Greetings, Guardians of Dominion. Zeus here, and today I'm bringing you a full breakdown of Cascade, completely maxed out. Level 130, skills, glyphs, artifacts, Ascension, everything pushed to the limit. The goal of this video is simple. I'll show you exactly what a maxed Cascade looks like, what it takes to build him, and why preparing ahead of his event could save you tons of time and resources. Stick around, because the details here will make all the difference when you start building him yourself. Cascade has finally arrived. Pre-orders are open, and as a content creator I've already received my Cascade. So today, let's build him together step by step. I'll walk you through every stage of his development, explain what I've done, and give you insights so you can prepare your own resources ahead of the official event. The very first step is leveling. I immediately used experience potions to raise Cascade all the way to level 130. This gives him the foundation he needs before we dive into skills, items, and everything else. Once he's fully leveled, we can unlock his true potential. Next comes skill development. This time I was well prepared. I had already been purchasing daily skill points, so by the time Cascade arrived, I had around 500 skill points ready to go. For players who want to save time, here's a tip: start now. You can spend just 10 emeralds each day to collect extra skill points, and by the time the official Cascade event begins on September 22nd, you'll have a solid 7-day head start. This is a small investment that really pays off in development speed. With his skills boosted, I moved on to items. My goal was to bring Cascade to rank Red +2, since all my heroes are already at that rank. Luckily, I had plenty of items farmed for magic heroes, which meant I could equip him without doing heavy farming right away. Still, for players planning ahead, this is the section you'll want to pay close attention to. Let me show you every single item required to fully equip Cascade. Having this list helps you plan your farming routes and avoid last-minute stress. Once his items were maxed, I shifted to skins. At the moment, Cascade only has his default skin, but we already know another skin will arrive during his event through the Battle Pass. So for now, I focused on the base skin, and we'll expand when the new one unlocks. After skins, it's time for glyphs. I'll create a full priority guide for Cascade soon, but here's the order I followed for now. First, I upgraded the magic attack glyph to boost his offensive power. Then I went for intelligence, followed by magic penetration, and then health. Finally, I worked on magic defense. Cascade doesn't have high defensive stats, so even if you push his health or magic defense glyphs, he can still go down quickly. That's why it makes more sense to lean into his offense, turning him into a strong and reliable source of damage. Moving on to Gift of the Elements, this part is pretty straightforward. There's no tricky priority here. If you've developed your titans well and collected sparks of power, you'll be able to max this section of Cascade's growth without much trouble. In my case, since my titans are already maxed, I had plenty of sparks available and could finish this part easily. Artifacts come next, and this is where Cascade gets really interesting. His first artifact, the Claws of the River Spirit, boosts the entire team's magic attack stat for 9 seconds. That's a massive buff and makes him a great addition to magic-heavy lineups. I already had enough red artifacts to max Cascade himself, though my Krista and Lars are still behind in their artifact and skin development. Even so, I tested Cascade with the twins, and the results were impressive. I'm confident he'll work just as well with many other magic-based heroes. Among his artifacts, the most important one to prioritize is the Ring of Intelligence. It scales his damage and overall impact significantly, but I'll go deeper into artifact priorities in a dedicated piece of content. Finally, we reach Ascension. This is the only part where I struggled at first, since I didn't have enough resources to finish it. But after checking my inventory, I was lucky to find exactly what I needed to complete the final stage of development. Ascension unlocks the last piece of his potential, and once that was done, my Cascade was nearly fully maxed. At this point, the only things missing are his new event skin, and his max star rank, which I'll need to wait for during the Cascade event to complete. But for now, he's ready to hit the battlefield, and I can already see he'll be a powerhouse. And that wraps up our full Cascade build. We started by powering his levels straight to 130, stacked up his skills with saved points, pushed him through items, skins, glyphs, artifacts, and even Ascension, so now you know exactly how to prepare and what to prioritize. But this is just the beginning. I want to hear from you. How are you planning to build your Cascade? Are you saving resources now, or waiting for the event to go all in? Drop your strategies and thoughts in the comments, so we can learn from each other. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, so you never miss my upcoming Hero Wars content. Together, we're always one step ahead in Dominion. Stay sharp, keep building, and I'll see you in the next battle. Salute and friendship.